出生 raised in Hong Kong， 我哋支持香港直選，希望香港有民主自由。Hong Kong is not China. Hong Kong is only part of China. Hong Kong is Hong Kong.
Yes, we support everybody in Hong Kong, in China, in Tibet, in Xinjiang, wherever we should share the same quality of the life and the same quality of the human rights as the freedom, as our slogan says, the freedom, human rights and the democracy.
We do request government of United Kingdom to pressurize Chinese government to respect human rights, especially self-determination of the people like East Turkistan people in the geography of China and Tibet people. We condemn all the aggression from Chinese government towards all those people within that geography, as I mentioned, East Turkestan, Tibet, but any other country, any other people who they've been oppressed by Chinese government, and we will stand with all human rights lovers, and we do demand and request from the United Kingdom government to pressurize Chinese government with the help of allies, international allies, to respect the human rights of these people. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. We are here, TUC Solidarity, which stands for Tibetan, Uyghur, and Chinese Solidarity UK. We are here to mark Human Rights Day and oppressed Chinese rule in Tibet and East Turkestan. We have seen in the past year increasing crackdown and restrictions of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and freedom of religion in Tibet and East Turkestan. And in the last year, we have seen arrests made for Tibetans and activists for human rights, and they claim that they are extremists. So we urge the UK government to pressurize and to condemn Chinese to take responsibilities and obligations of human rights. Thank you.
May I say something?
We do stand with all civil rights activists in East Turkestan and Tibet, and all other civil rights activists and political rights activists in Tibet and East Turkestan. We do condemn Chinese government oppression of all those people who they stand for their basic right of self-determination. We do condemn Chinese government torture of the political rights of East Turkestan activists and Tibet political activists, and especially with the individual Ilham Nokti, the East Turkestan activist who has been in the prison for long and under inhuman treatment of Chinese government in the prison of the China. We do condemn all that inhuman treatment of political activists of East Turkestan, especially Ilham Nokti and any other activists in the geography which occupied by China. All the activists from Tibet, East Turkestan, and any other civil rights activists. We stand even for those activists who they are Chinese, and they are not East Turkestan people, or they are not Tibet people, but they've been raising their human rights and basic rights in the geography of China, and they've been oppressed and tortured by Chinese government. We do condemn all that inhuman treatment of the Chinese government, and we will stand with our people. Thank you. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today standing in solidarity with our people, East Turkistan and Tibet people, which have been occupied by Chinese government. And we do stand with the human rights of all our civil rights and political rights in East Turkestan and Tibet. Thank you.
Dear friends, on behalf of the Tibetan, Uyghur and Chinese solidarity, I would like to thank you for your continued support for human rights and democracy in China. Today, on the Human Rights Day, I would like to particularly bring to your attention the ongoing human rights abuses in East Turkestan. Since Xi Jinping took power in 2013, human rights have deteriorated so dramatically that Uyghur people are experiencing the second cultural revolution. My country becomes the largest prison on earth. To control dissent, the Communist Party has enforced strict surveillance laws and systematic long-term security measures as part of an intensified agenda, and undertaken strict regulation and confiscating of passports to Uyghurs, further limiting the ability to travel freely. Religious freedom in East Turkestan continues to be highly restricted. Uyghurs continue to be jailed for praying in their own homes, growing beards or wearing headscarves. The killing, imprisonment and disappearance has been increased during 2016, and we are experiencing the darkest moment for human rights in East Turkestan, Tibet and China. To this day, there are thousands of political prisoners incarcerated in Chinese jail. Among them, all historians, university scholars, writers, journalists, web bloggers, and anyone who raised different opinions was silenced by the regime, and they are all at risk of torture. I would like to pay special tribute to our much-loved scholar Ilham Tohti, the well-known Uyghur intellectual who worked for 2 decades to foster dialogue and understanding between Uyghurs and Han Chinese, and who is serving a life sentence charged with separatism. Free Ilham Tohti. To Uyghur people, Tibetan people, and the freedom fighters in China, on this day of human rights, I say be strong in the face of ever-increasing restrictions and injustices that are being placed upon you by the Chinese Communist government. And the calls, your calls are not in vain or forgotten. We commit to fighting for your freedom and until Chinese heeds our call. We urge the Chinese authority to release all the prisoners of conscience who are suffering in jail or kept under house arrest for the crime of speaking freely and expressing their opinions. Thank you very much.
Last time we delivered they let me go the other way, not for this.
The other way, the Dangling
No, this way is to the parliament, very close. And the other office just they serve like because I think that Xi Jinping.
你說幾句話啦？你報告你當台同佢有，你去說幾句話。
Thank you very much. May I take some